broadcasting to you locally wherever you are in the nation. This is Radioactive. Welcome to the Mike Stan Show. My name's Mike Stan. And a very special show for you tonight, as you've no doubt heard. But first of all, we've got to go over to Scotland Yard for tonight's police file with Pamela Johnson. Hi, Pam.
Hi, Mike. Police have tonight issued a description of a man known to have been involved in a bank robbery in Croydon last month. He's tall, slim, dark hair, blue eyes, an upturned nose, greying sideboards, a small scar on his left forefinger, an inside leg measurement of 34 inches, and a capped tooth 3 from the back on the left-hand lower jaw. His name is Jack Bronson. He lives at number 3 Eastern Way, Guildford, with his wife and 2 children. Phone number Guildford 58694. Anyone who knows anything about this man, or has any knowledge of his whereabouts should have no worries at all, as he was arrested this morning and is now in police custody. Back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Pam. She'll be back at the same time tomorrow night. But right now on Radioactive, it's time for... Shipping forecast with Mike Cody. Every night about this time we link up with Mike on board our weather ship, or just a few miles out to sea. And, hello, Mike. We understand you're experiencing some pretty turbulent weather out there. Hello, Mike?
Oh, God.
Mike? Well, it looks as if the weather might be causing 1 or 2 technical problems there. Short circuits, broken cables, that sort of thing. Well, perhaps we'd better just leave Mike just now. Doubtless just putting the final touches to the shipping forecast. And we'll be back to him very shortly. In the meantime, let's take a break.
Hello, Mary.
Hello, June.
How was your holiday, Mary?
Oh, it was lovely, June. But there was so much food, I put on lots of weight.
Why is that, Mary?
Because I ate too much, June.
Oh, yes. You want to try Slimbo.
Slimbo?
Yes. Slimbo tablets cut down your appetite in a safe and medically controlled way.
How do you know all that, June?
It says it on the packet.
Slimbo, when you really need to slim.
Well, you finally got your man, Mary.
Yes, June.
Thanks to Slimbo, eh, Mary?
What?
Thanks to Slimbo.
No, he got me up the spout and Dad threatened to beat him up.
Hello, Honest Ron here with exciting news about my brand new money-saving airline. Yes, other airlines may be able to offer you luxuries such as champagne, in-flight movies and seats, but we at Honest Ron's Airways will provide you with a flight you can afford. For just 75p, you can step on a plane at Luton and within 24 hours step off again at Gatwick. And our safety record is second to none. How many crashes have we had since we started, eh? Correct. 25. Every company experiences teething troubles in the first week. Yes, it'll be a flight you'll never forget from the time your knuckles turn white to the moment you regain consciousness. Fly me and you'll never want to fly with anybody else.
Honest Ron, the others are a con. Honest.
Hello, Mike Channel here on Radioactive, Britain's first national local radio station. It's 19 minutes past exactly here on Radioactive, and I'll be with you throughout the night, bringing you traffic reports, time checks, music, time checks, the usual competitions and phone-ins, time checks, and a host of other great features and time checks. And right away, with the time at 19 minutes past, here's our first request of the evening, and it comes from Zoe of Maidenhead. She asked us to say hi to Trevor. She says she's sorry, Trevor, and hopes you're still able to cycle. Good luck with the op, she says, and see you soon in court. So, here we are, Zoe, the record you asked for. Undoubtedly 2 of the most popular Cockney singers around. A duo that needs no introduction. It's 19 minutes past.
We're from the east end of London. We've lived here all our life. Every night, Brahms and Liszt and your rubber duck to get away from the trouble and strife. 2 tons of eels and jelly, 20 gallons of stout. Let's shove down our belly, and later on that's what comes out richer. You may think we talk funny, our vocabulary is queer, but we take courage from the money we get from advertising beer. Rubbish, 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 rubbish. God, this is very depressing. Talking like a prat. Every time I open my north and south, out comes a load of cockney rhyme. Pinstripe suits and Tottenham, acting like a slob, playing a professional cockney is a full-time job. We do it all up. Money, 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 cash, 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 money, 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 cash, money, cash, cash, money, cash, money, 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 cash, money, cash, money, 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 cash, money, 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 easy, money, easy, money, easy, money, lots of money, 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 money.
Hello, Mike Channel here, and right now on Lascivia, who works here in Radioactive's shop downstairs in the foyer. Hi, Lascivia. What are some of the bargains on offer down there currently?
Hello, Mike. Well, I'm here to tell you about one or two of the bargains on offer down here in the Radioactive foyer currently.
Yes, what are they?
And let me tell you what they are.
Yes, what are they?
Well, Mike, have we got some bargains for you?
Sorry?
Have we got some bargains for you? Yes, indeed, Mike. That's right. Let me see now. Our most popular, I suppose, is still the Radioactive T-shirt.
And how much are they?
Let me tell you how much they are.
Yes, how much are they?
Good question, Mike. They're just $2.50, however large you may be.
And what sizes do they come in?
And in case you're wondering what sizes they come in, well, we have them in small, medium, large or extra large.
In case any of you are carrying a little excess baggage.
And the extra large size are for any of those of you carrying a little excess baggage.
Well, thanks very much, Lascivia.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Lascivia.
Thank you.
Good.
And look ahead to tomorrow night on Radioactive, when, amongst other things, you'll be able to hear how to make a bedside lamp out of just a piece of wire, one light bulb and a lampshade. How you can make a cheese omelette using only 3 eggs, a frying pan and a lump of cheddar. And, of course, there'll be the final set of instructions for all of those of you making a Geiger counter out of 2 milk bottle tops and a toilet roll. That's all on Today in Parliament, tomorrow night at 2 a.m.
Radioactive!
And right now we have a dedication here.
Yes, and it goes out to all you youngsters in 14 King Street, and it says, Happy anniversary, 1 year in your new flat.
And it comes from your landlord, and he says that the lease runs out on the 17th, and he'd like you out by the end of the week.
Well, time now, on a lighter note, for Radioactive's Quiz of the Air. Last week we had a special competition for all you men entitled, Who is the Perfect Lover? And a staggering 80% thought it was Judy Huxtable of Cheshire. So that's the correct answer. For those of you who didn't get it, her address is 14 Priory Terrace. It's time once again to play Radioactive Wordplay Jackpot. Very simple. I give you a letter of the alphabet, and you have to give me, beginning with that letter, a record, a joke, a flower, colour, capital city, river, and a category of neurological disorder. So let's start straight away by dialing up Jack of Finchley. Hello, Jack.
Hello?
Hello there, Jack. It's your lucky day. Your chance to take a spin, see if you win on the Wordplay Jackpot.
Who is that?
It's Mike Flex and Radioactive.
Oh, yeah.
Phoning you up to play Wordplay Jackpot.
Oh, really?
Is there anyone you'd like to say hello to?
Oh, yeah.
That's lucky, because you've got a phone, you can ring them up. Well, let's get straight in, £20 to be won. Are you nervous, Jack?
A little, yeah.
A little nervous. Well, let's just keep our fingers crossed for Jack. Right, well, you know the rules.
No.
So let's get straight on with today's letter.
I don't know the rules, actually.
Which is Z, so 15 seconds on the letter Z, starting from now.
Hello? I don't know the rules. Hello, are you there?
I'm not allowed to help you, Jack.
Look, can you tell me what I'm supposed to do?
Got 5 seconds left.
Hello?
2 seconds left.
No, is there someone else I could talk to?
1 second. Oh dear, bad luck, Jack. Well, anyway, very close. We just failed to make it in time. Do you enjoy playing it anyway?
No.
That's good. Well, that's all we've got time for. On Wordplay Jackpot, which is still to be won after 4 years and now stands at £850,000.
But now it's time for the last half hour of this year's charity radiothon. Already things are beginning to hot up as we approach the final target, so let's waste no more time and go over to the studio and join Mike Flex to see how far we've got.
The Radioactive's Radiothon.
Thank you, Stephanie. Well, here I am with just 30 minutes to go, and the target this year, remember, is £900,000.
£900,000.
Yes, indeed. And with just half an hour left, we've only got a mere £892,000 to get. And ever-eloquent reporter Nigel Pry is down in the famous Ship's Tavern in Chiswick, where he's raising money by being sponsored for every pint he drinks. Nigel.
Nigel Pry here in the Ship's Tavern in Chiswick, where all around as I speak are models, ships, lifebelts, barmaids, pints of beer, thank you, anchors, lifebelts, said that, sorry, spilled a bit, and all around me are literally, I'm just finishing the first pint, quite a crowd in the corner, an alabaster sailor. On the second pint over there, low wooden beams, and as I start the second pint, I raise a glass, turn, and ow, hit the low wooden beam. It's marvellous, and back to the studio.
Thank you, Nigel. We'll be coming back to him later. Well, of course, the Radiothon is not just an English event, and we'd like to thank the Edinburgh City Fathers for their donation of £1. Don't worry, your change is in the post. Well, part of the money from today's Radiothon will be going to the Mount Royal Children's Hospital, and Mike Stand is there right now, ready to cheer up the kids.
Yes, indeed, Mike. This is Uncle Mike Stand here, spreading a little happiness amongst the kids. Now, here's a lovely little girl. What's your name?
Mary.
That's a lovely doll you've got there, Mary.
Yes, it's from Jane.
From Jane. And when did you get it?
This morning.
This morning. That's lovely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I took it out of her bed when she went for her operation.
Great. Well, I'll speak to you later, Mary.
It's a very serious operation. I might get to keep the dolly.
That's fine, Mary. Well, here's a little boy, and he's called Stephen, and he's rather shy. He's burrowed right down into the bedclothes, but I'm going to go in after him. So. Hello.
Go away.
It's Uncle Mike Stand here from Radioactive.
Yes, I know. Get out of my bed.
I'm here to have a little chat with you and to cheer you up. Okay? No, come here, Stephen, what record would you like to hear, eh?
I'll call the police.
The police, and who do you want them for?
For you.
Me. That's really lovely. It's very kind of you, Stephen. I'm not actually sure if we have the police, but let's go back to the studio to find out how the Radiothon's getting on, shall we?
Get out of my bed.
Radioactive's Radiothon.
Well, throughout the day, our intrepid Mike Hunt is going to be performing a variety of dangerous stunts to raise money for the Radiothon. And to start the day, I've just been told that he's going to jump off a bridge. Well, rather him than me. Anyway, are you there, Mike?
Yes, hello, Mike.
Yes, it sounds like you're already in position.
Yes, I am.
It must be very dangerous.
Not really, Mike. I'm sure anyone could do it.
I'm sure you're just being modest, Mike. How high is it exactly?
Can't quite tell, Mike.
Roughly?
Roughly, well, about 3 inches.
3 inches?
Yes.
What sort of a bridge is that?
It's not a bridge, Mike, it's a brick. Jumping off a brick.
Well, thank you, Mike.
Wouldn't catch me jumping off a bridge, Mike.
Well, we'll be back to him later.
I've done it, Mike.
Okay, this is
Radioactive.
We were asking people to ring and pledge money for us to play Cliff Richard's latest record. Unfortunately, no one rang up. That is until the last moment when someone downstairs in the foyer handed us £100 in cash just to play it. So it's many thanks to Mr. Harry Webb, who kindly donated the money. Right now, we're going to pop down to the ship's tavern to see how Nigel Pry is getting on.
Nigel's ship here in the Pry. Nigel Pry here in the ship where 6 pints have gone and the next pint goes smoothly on the floor as I fail to hold it. The crowd laughing and also laughing over there, the alabaster sailor. If I can just have a few words with him, and as I speak I'm picking out what must literally be a life belt or another pint, or I seem to have lost it. But if I can just turn, I should find a smack in the owl head by the wooden beam again and back to the studio.
Radioactive Radio-thon.
And now Chairman Sir Norman Tonsel is just passing the studio now. Good afternoon, Sir Norman, and what are you going to do for the Radiothon?
I'm going to have a large brandy and cigar in my office.
Well, if you'd like Sir Norman to have a large brandy and cigar in his office, you know the number to ring.
485-6242.
Or if you live outside London...
011-010-0.
I'll just repeat that.
10-0-0-1.
But right now we're... over once again to Mike Hunt, who is about to perform another dangerous stunt. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
And what are you going to do now?
Well, I'm about to jump out of a plane without a parachute.
That sounds a little risky to me, Mike.
Does it?
Well, I'd have thought so.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm not doing that then. Thanks for telling me, Mike. Where's that brick?
Welcome back to the Radiothon, and we just heard that the hamburger takeaway store McDougal's have pledged to give 2p for every quarter pounder they sell today, and Boots have pledged 3p for every packet of Alka-Seltzer they sell as a result. Let's go over and see how Nigel Pry is getting on.
Nigel Alabaster here in the sailor, 10 pints adrift without a life belt, and all around me I can see what must be literally 2 of everybody. A life belt dancing with an alabaster sailor, and if I can just bat in, all around me is a silly, giggling Nigel Pry who turns, whoo, bangs his head on the wooden beams, cheering crowd, whoo, bangs it again, cheering crowd, lowers his trousers bottom out, whoo, applause, and all around him you can see the ceiling as he goes over, ooh, on his botty bot, and he says back to the studio.
It's a great pleasure to have in the studio Kate Bosch. Kate, welcome to the Radiothon.
Thank you, it's amazing.
Kate, what have you brought?
I brought one of my drawings.
One of your drawings, marvellous.
Thank you.
And this is it, is it?
Yeah.
It's very striking. Is it brush or ink?
It's in crayon.
Great, and it's really a miniature, isn't it?
Yeah.
Drawn as it is on this tiny, delicate...
bus ticket.
Bus ticket, yes. You must have spent a long time on it.
Just 2 stops.
And does it have a name?
No, I think it's just called a bus.
Amazing. Have you brought anything else?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Oh, this leotard.
Yes, and what colour is it?
Transparent.
Is it?
I wear it to do the gardening, you know.
Nice and comfortable.
Yeah, it's a real turn-on, too.
Good. Well,
sometimes I have to throw a bucket of water over myself.
Do you? To cool yourself down, eh?
No, to make my nipples stand out.
Good. Well, perhaps we'd better hear your latest song, Kate. I wonder if you could tell us what it's called.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Oh, amazing.
Amazing.
Only 16 and still such a baby. Listen to me sing like a baby too. And if I go over the top, you can hear me sing like a baby too. Now I say sorry. This is wrong. It's not surprising that life should drive me.
Thank you, Kate. Well, we've just about come to the end of the radiothon. What a worthwhile day it's been, Mike.
Yes, indeed. Now, last year, if you remember, all the proceeds went to the Help a Starving Pensioner Fund.
And with the aid of your money, we collected just over £19,000.
And as a result, that pensioner has been able to dine out at the Ritz ever since.
Broadcasting to you locally, nationwide. It's time for our Soapbox Corner. And as usual, we've invited members of the public to phone in and to put their views across on any subject which they feel particularly grieved about. And today we hear first of all from David McGregor. Hello, David.
Aye, well, the thing I feel most strongly about is the police. What the hell do they think they are, eh? Why don't they leave us alone?
Sorry to butt in here, David. Who are we talking about?
The police.
The Polish.
No, the police.
Ah, the Polish people, yeah.
No, the police, the pigs, you can.
Pigs.
Aye, the bloody animals.
I'm sorry, are you saying that pigs are animals or Polish people are animals?
It's not the Poles, it's the pigs, for God's sake.
Good, well, that's a fairly controversial viewpoint there. For any Polish farmers who are listening. Patrick Linnell, you are our second caller today. What is your particular grievance?
I'd like to talk about football hooligans, Shirley.
Mike, yes. What do you think ought to be done about them?
I think they ought to be short.
Short? Do you think they should be smaller?
No, I think they should be short in their legs.
Short in the legs, yes. And how would reducing their height solve the problem?
No, shoot them.
Well, quite. But how would reducing their height solve the problem?
You don't seem to understand me, Shirley.
Mike, yes. Good, well, that's an interesting theory, shortening football fans. I don't see it myself, but never mind. And lastly, we have Dorothy Kinsman of Berkshire. Dorothy.
Thank you. Well, my complaint concerns the problem of pits.
Pits. Coal pits?
What? No, pits that people take for walks in public places and let them file the pavements.
File the pavements. I'm sorry? I'm sorry, are we talking about civil servants?
No, dogs and things making messes all over the Tyne.
The Tyne? Is this in Newcastle?
What?
Good, well, that's food for thought. Dorothy there suggesting that we should file pits in Newcastle.
And now, Radioactive presents...
Commercial time.
Mummy, I've swallowed 10 pp's. Oh, Mummy, I've fallen over, hurt myself. Mummy. When you're up to your neck in the housework and the kids are getting on your nerves, then this is what you need. Ow! Wilson's cricket bat. Keeps them quiet.
Hello, Harry.
Hello, Derek.
I like your suit, Harry.
Thanks, Derek. It's a lightweight cotton summer suit, only £49 at the Martins of Bond Street sale.
I expect they've got hundreds of great menswear bargains at fantastically reduced prices in the Martins of Bond Street sale.
They certainly have, but I should hurry. The Martins of Bond Street sale ends Saturday.
Sorry, Harry, mustache.
Where are you going?
The Martin of Bond Street sale.
See you there.
But you've already been to the Martins of Bond Street sale, Harry.
Right. And now I'm going back to the Martins of Bond Street sale for another great menswear bargain.
You better hurry. The Martins of Bond Street sale ends Saturday.
I know. I told you the Martins of Bond Street sale ends Saturday.
Did you?
Yes!
I'm so excited by the thought of hundreds of great menswear bargains at fantastically reduced prices at the Martins of Bond Street sale, which ends Saturday, that I instantly forget what people say to me.
Well, just don't forget the Martins of Bond Street sale, which ends on Saturday!
I won't! The Martins of Bond Street sale, which ends on Saturday!
Yes, Saturday!
Harry!
Yes!
Today's Sunday!
Bugger! This is an SOS message for Michael John Ridley. Michael John Ridley, aged 17 years, was last seen leaving his parents' house in Shellgate Road, Coventry, at 6 p.m. on Saturday. He was carrying a tin of glue, half sniffed, and a brown leather wallet belonging to his father. He's 6 foot 4 inches tall, with a shaved head and a 3-inch knife scar on his right cheek. Michael, your parents are terribly worried. Please ring them and reassure them that you're never going back home.
That was Radioactive's thought for the day.
Radioactive. This is Radioactive. You're listening to Good Day Sport.
Good Day Sport. Here on Radioactive.
Today we turn our attention to the ancient art of sword fighting. And we are indeed fortunate to have within our number Anna Dapter, herself a keen swordswoman who is going to demonstrate some of the rudimentary principles.
Thanks very much, Mike. Well, to start the ball rolling, as it were, I'm going to be showing Mike Hunt here 1 or 2 tips I picked up in my days at RADA.
I didn't know you went to RADA.
Now, Mike, if you'd like to begin with your sword in the starting position...
When were you at RADA?
Now, this point under the chin is one of the most vulnerable parts of the body, and these are precisely the points one should aim for in sword fighting, but, of course, avoid in stage fighting. Instead, the points one should aim for are the outside of the arm here...
Whoops, steady, Anna.
It's okay, Mike. Just relax. It's all quite safe. And here. On the left arm. Now, obviously,
Anna.
One may want to strike the opponent lower down.
You've just...
But again, one should aim for the outside of the body in the region of the upper thighs, thus...
Oh, caught my fingers.
Now, generally speaking...
can you stop for a minute?
The most sensitive areas of the body
Anna.
are the facial and groin areas. So any strokes, such as the upper swing between the legs, thus... or the downward thrust, thus... should be avoided. That's right, Mike, and jolly good. Now, Mike has remembered that a crucial part of all this is the reaction of one's opponent, and some very realistic acting going on there from Mike. Excellent.
Oh, you cut me bloody ear off.
Back to the studio.
Radioactive's Results Service.
Yes, indeed, we come to the big moment of the results service, and we start with Aston Villa versus Manchester City.
Aston Villa 5, Manchester City 3. Villa winning by 5 goals to 3 then. But how well they realise now that had they scored 2 goals fewer this afternoon, they would have drawn this match. That's the harsh reality of football these days, where 5 minus 2 makes 3, and 3 each means a draw. But let's not take it away from Villa. They got 5 goals in the back of the net, and that's good enough for a win when the other side only get 3. City had 2 chances to score late on, which would have meant a 5-all draw, and yet they could have missed the 3 they did get, which would have meant losing by an even greater margin, namely 5-0. But as it was, they didn't, and the scoreline remains Aston Villa 5, Manchester City 3.
Thanks very much, and for our next report on the match between Manchester United and Spurs, we go over to White Hart Lane.
Well, a very dull afternoon here at White Hart Lane. One consolation, there's been no crowd trouble, but the sad news is that there's been no crowd. Yes, the Man United Spurs match being played this afternoon at Old Trafford, Manchester. So from White Hart Lane, Tottenham, it's back to the studio.
And finally we go over to Notts Forest versus Liverpool.
Well, throughout this match, Souness in midfield for Liverpool has been like a rock, solid and determined, while Dalglish has been an absolute tiger up front, powerful, graceful, but always ready to strike unexpectedly. In the Forest defence, McGovern has been a tower of strength, tall, firm as granite, resisting every attack, while Shilton, stretching for everything, has been like a piece of elastic. Up front, Robertson has run like a terrier, 4 slightly stumpy legs and a little wet nose. Rush was for me a large green insect, while Thompson was a giant carrot in a top hat. I was on my feet shouting in the 53rd minute when the pitch turned into a tidal wave and washed away the East Stand, but the match really ended for me 10 minutes from time when I was taken out of the stadium by 2 men in white coats. This is Dermot McElvaney for Radioactive at Stanley Mental Hospital.
Well, the very moderate success of the record This Time We're Going to Make It by the England World Cup squad was matched only by the very moderate success of the team itself in Spain. But never ones to be downhearted, the team have come back with their follow-up single, optimistically entitled Next Time.
Next time.